lights go out, you still got me. Oh, 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 oh. Detours lead to barricades, and home is for your friends are fake. I'll be there to clear the way. Oh, oh, oh.
What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a good rest of your weekend. For today's video, we can do part 3 of my Sam Kolder My Year sort of transition series. This one is going to be all about light leaks. I'm going to show you how we did it here and why you guys should use this transition. So if you look in the top left corner of the screen, see that light flare coming in? That's called a light leak. So you can use this as a normal overlaid effect, or you can use it as a transition by timing the light leak so that it comes in and hits as white as possible right as the shot switches. So I'll play it again. Just keep a close eye on the top left light coming in. So that's what it is. It's super simple, but it really adds sort of that next level of your edits. This sort of technique originated when cameras were really old and light would actually enter in through the seams on the cameras. So it really wasn't desired back in the day, but now it's sort of a desired effect, which I personally really like. So we're going to go into Final Cut and I'm going to show you guys how to use it. First off, you can download it all for free on the Selfie. It's going to be 5 light leak generators that we can install. So I guess I'll show you how to install those first as well, because this isn't going to go in your transitions folder. It's going to go into your generators in your motion templates. So if you go into your Finder, you'll download this zip file. If you unzip that, you'll get MW light leaks. You get 5 different ones. So what you're going to do is for the MW light leaks folder, we're just going to copy that, hit Command C, and then if we go into our motion templates in our main folder, go into your movies, motion templates, generators, and then you can just copy that into there, and then you'll get the 5 light leaks. Then quit Final Cut and reopen it, and now we can get to work. So these are the ones I had from that little intro clip, so we can just delete those. So I'll show you a few different tricks to get the best of this effect. So let's play the 5 right now. We got light leak number 1, has sort of a purple hue, just like so. Light leak 2 is a little bit, or is blue, I guess, and sort of fanned across the screen, which I think looks pretty cool. Light leak 3 is a sort of red, fiery. It's pretty fast moving, but I like sort of the sharp edges that you see to it. And light leak 4 is green hue. Sort of comes in across the screen. That one's really good for doing transitions. And then light leak 5 sort of has this golden look to it. So they're all a little bit different, but all pretty similar at the same time. So for this shot, what you want to think about is what color is the light in the shot, and that will sort of determine what color you want for the light leak to be used. You can also change the hue, doing a color grade after on the light leak, but for the best results, I'd recommend sort of picking a similar hue for your clips. This one is a little bit warmer of a shot, so I'm going to pick light leak number 3. We sort of have this red, fiery look to it. So if you drag that over top of your clips that you want to put over it, just like so, and so you'll see this has a black screen. So all you have to do is change the blend mode to either add or screen. Those two work the best. I like to use screen, but add will sort of keep a little bit more of the color in the main shot and more of the color in the light as well. So I like to use screen. I find it a little bit more subtle. And the other thing you can do is change the opacity. So if you want to make this super subtle, then we can drop that down to like 20% or keep it at 100, depending on what look you want to go for. So I'll let this render through quickly, and I'll show you what it looks like on its own over top. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's what it looks like for the shot. I just like how it sort of comes in. It's all like a sort of simple drone shot. So by having the light leak adds a lot more interest to it, in my opinion. One thing that might help is if you get any sort of drop off at the end of the clip where it goes from light and then quickly just cuts off. A trick for that is hit Command T, and that will add a fade out on the beginning and the end of the clip. And that will sort of just make a more seamless light leak overlay. So it comes in gradually and then fades off gradually. And of course you can change the timing of that as well. So that's sort of just like a general overlay. You can also use this as a transition as well, which I think is another very cool use. This is what Sam Kolder did in his video. So for this one, I'm going to use light leak number 4. And I'm just going to drag this over top of these clips here. And again, we're going to change the screen mode, or the blend mode, to screen. And then I'm going to drop the opacity down to 50%. So what we want to do for this one is we want to line up the light leak where it's the whitest point over the middle of the cut in the transition. So if we scrum through this, so that's like a white point right there. So can you hit M on your keyboard, and that will add a marker to your shot, just like so. And then if we drag this over to the right, just so that that marker that we added on the overlay clip lines up with the middle of the cut here, then we'll get a really lined up shot. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Cool. So I'll let this render through and I'll show you what the sort of transition use for it is. Cool, that's done. Here's what it looks like, guys. So you see how it comes in white, and then the transition comes hits. So it sort of makes it a little bit harder to see. And then as the white fades out, the transition finishes, and then the next shot comes in. So overall, it's super simple, but it's definitely like a little bit more interesting than just your typical like Luma fade or your smooth zoom transition. Adding that overlay over top makes it just a little bit more seamless. Because all these edits, it's really about all the small details that you're putting in, and this is definitely something to add to really bring your edits to the next level. So definitely try these out. You can use these on whatever shots you want. They're really cool underwater, as well as any sort of sunny drone shots that you have. But that's the video for today, guys. I hope you guys liked part 3 of my Sam Kolder Maya transitions. I think I'm going to do one more. If you guys have video ideas that you want to see, please comment them down below, and I'll do my best to get to them. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all the support. It is really appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.